Hello, and welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday. And happy 4th of July. It's the day before the 4th of July, so that makes it the 3rd of July, right? Yeah, that's right. So, happy holiday. Let's everybody go out and watch some fireworks tomorrow, but don't use any fireworks and blow any digits off. Or do. No, you shouldn't, though. It's bad advice. So, today, we have a new feature for you, and this is something that we've been kind of anticipating here for a while, and it's something that I think a lot of people are going to find some really good uses for. So what we are going to go over today is the first stage of our eCard automation system. So what this will do is allow you to pre-build eCards that will go out when a certain event takes place. So let's jump into the DeltaNet and see what we've got. So here we are on the welcome page, and as with everything else eCard and flyer related, we're going to go down to customers and eCards and flyers. And we can see all of our eCard selections here as normal, but we have some new buttons over here in the top right. The first one is our eCard history button that was always here before. The second is our eCard automation wizard, which is what we're going to use to set these automations up. And the third one opens up all the search filters that used to be along the top. Those are the filters that allow you to pick which eCards you want by category or by type, or choose between eCards and flyers, things like that. So if I click on that one, you can see it opens the search filters up. And then I can search by all the things I was able to search for before. So we'll close out of that for now and click on eCard Automation Wizard. So that opens up our eCard automation interface. So I'll go ahead and click on our drop down, and right now the initial build of this system is capable of doing these three types of eCards. So the first we have here is open houses. So if I click on that, what this will do is the eCard that I set up in this system is going to automatically be sent every time I add an open house to one of my listings. And that can be an open house that I've added through the DeltaNet, or it could be an open house that came in from the MLS and we added automatically, just anytime an open house gets attached to one of my listings. So to turn it on, I'm going to switch enabled to on. I'm going to determine how many days before my open house I want it to send out. So it'll be 3 by default. I'm going to select from my groups. So I have all my customer groups here. From here I just select any of my groups or all customers, and that'll be the group that it sends to when it does go out. So we'll go ahead and pick group A, because why not? And I can also pick multiple groups here if I want. So if I wanted groups A, B, and C, I just check the boxes and it adds all 3. I can control the email subject if I want. So just like on a regular eCard, when I go in, I can choose what I want that subject line to be. And you can see it has a default in here for you. And now under Select a Template, I can hit this button to cycle through these and see all the different open house eCard templates I can use. And I believe the newest ones will show up at the front. Just going to cycle through these. Oh, never mind. The newest ones show up at the back. So we may end up switching that. But for now, the newest ones show up at the end. So I can just use these arrows to cycle through until I find the one I want. And one thing of note here is that you'll see some additional options pop up on the bottom depending on which eCard I pick. So some eCard templates have support for some things that the other ones don't. When they do have support for those additional things, the additional options will pop up down here at the bottom. So for example, on this template, I can't choose what the logo looks like, and on this one I can. So it brings up all the different logo options down here. So let's say I want to go with this one. I like the look of that flyer template or eCard template. So now I'll go down here and choose the logo. I want to go on that one. I think that one looks good. Save automation. And now it's saved. And that's all there is to it. So from this point forward, every time a new open house comes into the system, 3 days before that open house takes place, the system is going to send out this eCard to the groups I've selected here. Right here, there we go. Easy peasy, right? All right, so we've saved that one. I'll go ahead and close out of that. Now I wouldn't have had to close out, but just to show you what it looks like, if I go back here and reopen my wizard, you can see that I'm on open houses already because I was already on this page. But if I wanted to turn these off in the future, I can just open these automations back up, select the type of automation I want to turn off, change my enabled to off, go down and save it, and that would turn off this type of eCard. All right, now the other automations you can choose from, I'll scroll back up here, so that was open houses. I can also do just sold. So anytime one of my listings sells, this is the eCard it'll fire off. again, works exactly the same way. I just enable it. In this case, it's not going to go out before the listing sold because that wouldn't make very much sense. So what it's going to do instead is 3 days after the listing sells, or 3 days after our system picks it up as sold, I should say, it's going to send this eCard out. Again, I select the groups here the same way I did before. I can customize the subject line, and I can cycle through the templates I want to use. So if I see the one I want, I just leave that one selected. This particular one doesn't have any additional options, so I just click Save Automation, and there you go. And then whenever any of these happen, just like the regular eCards, these are going to automatically fill in with all of that listings information. The main thing of note here is because these are automated, with a regular eCard, you can select the eCard and you can change some things on the eCard, like the way the address is displayed or the comments on the listing, things like that. You can't do that with these because if you did that, then they wouldn't really be automated anymore. So you still have that option if you want to send them out manually. This is just something that'll take care of it for you, but you have less options there. Now lastly, I can go up here and go with a new listing automation type. Again, all the settings here are the same, so I just switch it to on. This works the same way as the just sold ones do, so this will show after the new listing comes on the market. It's going to wait the number of days that I choose here before it sends this out. Select groups the same way. Customize my subject line the same way, and again, I just select the one I want to use. There we go. We find the new ones there toward the end again. Say this is the one I like. This one does have an option for selecting a logo, so I'll do that, and then Save Automation, and that's all there is to it. So we suggest that everybody goes in and sets all these up. I mean, the eCards and Flyers system is a great system to go in and be able to send out these pre-designed and pre-built cards, but it's even better if you don't have to go in and send anything out. All you do is go in, set these up, and then just let the system work for you. All right, so that's all there is to it, to the eCard automation system. So as always, thanks a lot for joining me. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to give us a call or send an email into support@deltagroup.com, or you can leave a comment on any one of our videos on Facebook or YouTube. And if you want to see notifications of our videos, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel or like our Facebook page, and you should get notifications of those. So thanks a lot for joining me, and hope everybody has a great holiday tomorrow. Thanks a lot.